guys, this is a bit of a tutorial on how to construct some graphs using Excel. So today we're going to focus on what graphs you might use for a particular set of data. Every time you do an experiment or collect some data, there is a bunch of different ways you might display that. Today we're just going to look at the effectiveness, I suppose, of each of the types of graphs you can make. So to start off with, I've given you this data here. So what we need to do is simply highlight it all. So click and drag. Now you don't want to click on a cell with Excel and hold, see how the plus turns into a black plus? If I click and drag that now, it will copy and paste water all the way down there. So that's not what I want. Undo. What I want is just to click once and drag on a cell. Highlight all your data, go to Insert, up the top there, and click across, and we're just going to make a simple clustered column. You can play around with these if you want and see what looks good, by all means. But these are all column graphs of some sort. So click on that, out pops our column graph. Alright, now that we've got that, click anywhere to get off the graph, and we're going to highlight the data again, just the same as we did before. Go Insert, choose a separate type of graph. I'm not going to worry about a bar graph. I'll do a pie graph instead. Click on that. Now again, you could go 3D if you want. There's plenty of options there, so you just play around with what you feel is best. After you've done that, click and highlight those, go Insert, click on Line Graph, and create a line graph using the same data there. And lastly, we're going to make what we call a scatter plot, which sort of compares two variables to see if there's any relationship between them. So click on scatter plot, and we're done. And there's our 4 kinds of graphs. Now, the next step, once you've got your graphs, is to look at each and say, how accurate are they? So we'll have a look at that in class, and we'll discuss that in class, but ultimately what you're looking for is how easily a graph tells you the data. The other thing is, I suppose, is it clear? So looking at this one, it's fairly clear what's happening. Looking at the pie graph over here, that's a little bit more confusing. Okay, so you want to try and find a graph that fits you well. All right, thank you, bye-bye.